What is going on, guys? This is Do Shop, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the things that EA plans to implement into the EA Sports PGA Tour game via updates very soon. There's been a massive amount of user feedback and suggestions, and it sounds like they're listening. So let's go ahead and talk about all the things that they plan on implementing and some of the things that they've already implemented. Let's go. All right, before we get started, make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also stick that notification bell so you know when I put up another EA Sports PGA Tour video, gameplay, update, or tips. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing they talked about is the 3-click swing. A staple on golf games for decades, this popular community request will be making a return in an update later this month. Now, I know for sure that a lot of people who've been playing golf for a long time remember the 3-click swing. It was something that people loved and hated. People who were really into it and were hardcore really hated the 3-click swing because it seemed easier than having to pull back on the analog stick. But I think this is a good thing because I know a lot of people want this 3-click swing back, and it sort of bridges the gap between the hardcore player and the more casual player. Now, one of the biggest things that people talk about as far as gameplay is the putting grids. And so there's been an update to the putting grids as well. They've received comments and posts discussing and showing instances where the putting grid beads are running in the opposite direction of the break. So there have been many occasions where the putting beads were running left, but the ball broke right. So it looks like this has been observed in testing, and a fix for this issue will be implemented in an upcoming update. They're also working on an upcoming visual update, ensuring that the grid fades after you hit your putt. So a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, all the time now, when you hit your putt, the beads still remain there. And so they're looking to fade that out after you hit your putt. The other changes that they're making for the game is online game formats. So they're going to provide updates to online game formats in the live service window. They'll share more details about this in the future, but they said they want to assure you that the team has heard your feedback and is working hard to bring you more online choices. Now, when they say the live service window, this means that they won't have to have an update for online game formats to be in the game. They'll be able to just push it straight to the game during their live service window. One of the biggest gripes that a lot of people have with EA in this game is the bad camera angles and the zoom issues. And they've investigated various reports of certain camera angles and sometimes obscuring gameplay, and they're gonna remedy those issues in a future update. Now, I myself have had this issue where I've been in a bunker and I only see the top of my head and I can't see my swing or anything. And so hopefully they'll be able to fix that. Career mode options. In previous versions of pre-release builds, players had an option for one-round tournaments, which they later removed in order to avoid issues with commentary, quest statistics, and general bugs that were found in pre-release testing. They've heard our feedback around wanting more options outside of quick play and full play rounds during career mode, and so they're exploring ways to provide you with more choices in this area. Now, what this talks about is when you're in career mode, you're able to, when you go to a tournament, you're able to play quick play, which only allows you to play only a certain amount of holes, not even a specified amount, but just certain holes that they feel is important in your tournament. Whereas full rounds, of course, is playing all 18 rounds. I guess they're trying to figure out a way to do more of a in-between, maybe allowing you to play certain holes or maybe allowing you to play a certain number of holes. I'm thinking that's probably what they're going to choose from. The next thing they got from feedback is cup physics. During the early access and launch, they fixed an issue where the visual representation of the cup was slightly larger than the actual size in the physics. This resulted in instances where it appeared that the ball rolled over the edge of the cup when it should have lipped in. This fix is implemented in an upcoming update. So basically what this was that the cup appeared bigger than it actually was. So when the ball got to the lip of the cup, it actually rolled over part of the cup where it should have went in, but because the physics wasn't as big as the cup design, it never did. One of the other community feedbacks that they had was the frequency in which your golfer reactions are shown following a shot and various other presentation elements. In response, they will be looking into implementing a presentation package called Fast Play. This will allow players to enable or disable an alternative presentation package that skips certain cinematics such as player reactions or fast-paced gameplay experience. We aim to have this new presentation option available in an upcoming update. So a lot of times after you hit a good shot or any shot, it goes to your guy and he's tipping his hat even if he's not wearing a hat, you know, or he's showing some emotion and stuff. And so it looks like they're going to try to find a way to get past that. Now you can press X a lot of times to get through these things, but still holding down X still takes time. So I'm looking forward to the fast play. Sometimes I just want to get in, play around real fast, and then get out. The next one is putt meter and button hints. They recognize that people have asked for more options to disable shot aids and visual feedback for a more immersive simulation experience. In response to this feedback, they will be adding 2 additional settings to provide further choice in this area: putt meter and button hints setting. The putt meter settings removes the putt meter that's on the ground while the putting, and the button hints setting removes the button hints in the bottom of the screen during gameplay. I like this. Again, you should be able to increase the difficulty by removing the putt meter, but also the button hits. Like I know how to, you know, zoom in and go to it. I don't need it displayed on the bottom of, you know, the screen at all times. So I'm all for that. And then they talk about online matchmaking. They're aware of the challenges some players are having finding opponents and getting into fuller sessions when using online matchmaking. They've already made multiple updates to the matchmaking algorithms to improve how they're grouping players together to get fuller matches, made updates to the matchmaking mode offering to group players together more effectively. Rest assured that they're exploring all options and are using data to make informed decisions while they continue to iterating to get matchmaking into a better state. So basically, they're just looking to make matchmaking better. I know I haven't been able to find opponents at all, but I haven't really tried all that much. I tried like 3 times, didn't find anybody. I was like, okay, maybe it was because I got the game early, but I even tried the other day and still didn't find anybody. So with all of that said, there are things that they have already implemented as a result of the community feedback, and you can get those now if you update your game, if you haven't updated your game already. So one of the main changes that came out as a result of community feedback was the removal of text pop-ups or holdout visual effects over the hole for all games. You now have the option to enable or disable this text. They will also add 4 new formats, one for each gameplay style, to private match. This was one of the things that people were really harping on, that, yo, I want to play with my friend, but there's no option to go to do anything but A-man corner and random holes. So now you have the ability to control the difficulty level for your group as well when playing in a private match. Some of the hot fixes that they've already done is fixing an issue with putting players into a repeating loop when trying to claim tournament rewards, fix an issue in career mode that was causing some users' game to crash, fix a compatibility issue related to certain monitors and TVs, and fix an issue that caused a crash if players change menu tabs too quickly. I hope they go ahead and update the game to, you know, try to limit or try to make the menus a little bit more responsive. I think they're still sluggish a little bit, especially on Xbox. I went on Xbox the other day, still sluggish. PS5 is actually not as bad as Xbox for some reason. I don't know, but for some reason it's not as bad. The other thing I hope that they do is give us, I'm just looking forward to more options for my character player. So we'll see what they have, but y'all, I appreciate y'all listening to the video. Again, make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more gameplay videos. As always, keep an eye on this channel for more updates and previews on these new additions in the coming weeks. Make sure you check out my review on my website, shopmastertv.com, and I will see you guys later.